How worth is Columbina for Nefer if I don't have the deer? She's good, but she's a lot less useful than getting the deer. And I don't know if getting Columbina for Nefer just by herself is even better than getting Nefer Sig or something. I don't think I've actually checked any of it. We can actually check. I'm kind of curious how bad it is. So we take a look at what happens if instead of Loma, who would we have? Like Kuki, I guess? Sucrose, maybe? Probably just Sucrose. Ooh, this is disgusting, isn't it? Because what do you even put Sucrose on? You can't even put her on Instructor because she's not proccing it. And if she's on Serenade or Deepwood, then what is Nahida or Columbina going to be on? I guess you would do Serenade Sucrose. No, because you really don't want to swap out, right? In a team like this. So I guess it's just 2-piece, 2-piece. Bro, that's disgusting. I hate it. Yeah, at that point, let's just put the cookie in the bag. That's true. Yeah, multiplier. This is fucking fake as hell and says it's gonna be like 10% because Kuki has like 0 attack. Kuki personal damage is gonna be fucking pathetic. I'm gonna take a couple shortcuts here. You're probably getting like 2k personal DPS from Kuki and like 5k from Quicken on Nefer. So like let's say about 7k. Elemental Mastery. Instead of 80 from Dendro Resonance, we get 100. We also get 120 from Instructor. Basically full uptime on Nefer, not full uptime on Columbina. Yeah, I guess we can do Sapwood too. The Sapwood is like a little sus for uptime as well. So 120, maybe half uptime. Then we lose the crit value from Loma. I mean, the Quills are already at 0. We lose the Shred. Yeah, so you're at around 100k? Jesus fucking Christ. Which is like, what, a 20% upgrade over Ino? Something like that? No, I think it's less than that. That's kind of pathetic compared to Loma. Yeah. Columbina is balanced in Bloom teams around the fact that she basically doubles the value of Loma's burst. So when Loma's not there, that upside is just completely gone. And she's just not that much better than the alternatives. She is the best one you can use, but not by much. All right, chat, it's my birthday. We're gonna treat ourselves and do something fun. So we're gonna spend our resin on ley lines. How about that? That's really fun, right? What if we did imaginary? What the fuck is a 4x4 bingo? Zajef. Happy birthday, Lanyan. What about me? Have you seen the leaks for 6.4 Stygian? Cryo Automaton. Oh, fuck. Your Varka calcs are all over YouTube like it's official kit numbers. Do you think Lohan will be a standard character? Do we know if Lohan is a 4 or 5 star? Apparently standard 5 star. 4 most likely. He looks standard 5 star. We know what he looks like? No, I'm lying. Oh.
Wishing you the happiest of birthdays full of Mavuika combos and Skirk Walk cancels.
What did I do to you, man? Let's make a rule just for today. I'm not gonna change the TTS settings, but if you're gonna be saying something mean, because it's my birthday, you have to give me 500 bits, not 100. I forgot the... Isn't the event ending soon? Shut up, shut up, shut up. I don't want to know. What the fuck? So I have to... Lud. I'm a returning player, and I wondered if there are any must-pull characters in the upcoming banners. Must-pull, not really. But if you're coming back after a year, you've missed a massive, like, wave of power creep. So you should pick one of the, like, at least one of the, like, recent strong teams and get the characters needed to make it good. Yeah, aka getting Nefer and Columbina. Yeah, that's sure. Sub to Zajef. You should. Chat, have you guys ever heard of Twitch Prime? Right, because the idea is that with the new rotations that do 2 Sugo swaps, Sackfrag is better. But with C1 Flins, your third mini burst on Flins can't get the EM from Sucrose unless you have Sucrose burst. You have the EM buff on Sucrose Flin or on Flynn's third mini burst only half the time. So Sucrose EM matters a little bit less. You want to try to line up when you have it with the TTDS proc. I'm not doing the bedroom tour. Because when you have different buffs that scale together multiplicatively that aren't full uptime, you want those buffs to be affecting you at the same time. Because, like, let's say you're doing 10 damage on each mini burst. Sucrose EM buff is ×2. TTDS is ×2. We're exaggerating by a lot, but just to simplify it, to make it easier to understand intuitively. So you'll have 3 mini bursts. By default, they're doing 10. But with Sucrose burst, or sorry, with Sucrose, it does 20. Then when you have Sucrose burst, instead, it's 20 on the first 3. Would you rather TTDS affect this rotation or this rotation? Obviously, this one. Right? Because the EM buff and the attack buff multiply each other, you want to make sure that they line up and happen at the same time. Imagine if Vivi procced off field, it would be so OP. Honestly, at this point, I don't even know if it would be. Who would benefit from Vivi proccing off field the most? Nevilet? Flynn's right now already has the full uptime on his shit anyways. Gaming? No. Because in order to proc VV off field, you would still need to swirl. And if you're swirling Pyro, it means you have a Pyro aura. And if you have a Pyro aura, it means Gumming's not reacting, which is really bad. The non-Chevreuse Veresa teams would get a little bit better, but it wouldn't be enough to bring them ahead of the Chevreuse Veresa teams anyway, so it wouldn't even be a buff to Veresa. Arlecchino's best teams aren't Mono Pyro anyways, so I don't think it would matter very much. Maybe it would make Arlecchino Venti Durin a lot better. It wouldn't even be that much better is the problem, and that team is already not the best. Molani with Sucrose. Molani has the same problem as Gumming. In order to get your swirl, you need to have the aura on the enemy, and if you have Hydro aura on the enemy, Molani's not doing damage. So, like, realistically, pretty much the only character that would get a meaningful benefit from VV proccing off field would be Nevilat, which is very funny. Sethos, maybe, I guess. The only good character. And even then, good might be pushing it for Nevilat, but oh well. Did you see Soluna's DM about Flins? Yeah. You wanna know what I replied to him? He said, what if the optimal C1 Flins with Columbina Unefa is a Fav build that does big bursts into 2 mini bursts, skipping the third completely to balance field time properly and take advantage of lower cooldowns? And I replied, are you British? Because what the fuck are you cooking? Is Caesar Yehuda any good in Flint teams, or is she mogged by Sucrose? She's mogged by Sucrose. The reality is that the crit buff from Yehuda is barely better than the EM buff from Sucrose. Have you seen this Mizuki reverse melt team using Baron Bunny? What are we saying right now? Wait, I'm actually smurfing on these kids. What the fuck? I've never seen a score that high. Paid chatter. The Tatankasaur is probably the worst Saurian to control, but as a Veresa main, it's also in my blood to be good at it. Recommended artifacts for Veresa, Eonson, Chevaleur's Durin, and the rotation. Chevaleur's artifacts are kind of cringe. I don't like building Noblesse Chevaleur's because it kind of just feels bad to have to use the burst. So I like having her on Song of Days Pass, but you can use Noblesse too. Durin, Noblesse, Eonson, Scrolls, Veresa, Luno. You can also have Durin on the new set when that comes out. I don't actually know if that's better. I think it's slightly better. I might have fucked that up actually. What the hell? New attacks? Holy shit. Have you guys ever seen these attacks before? You can just buy the reputation stuff now. You think I'm gonna fucking spend more on that? If I get the NRE, I'll earn it myself. I'm not gonna outsource my work to a stupid robot. Just because they coded a new way to do it doesn't mean that's the ethical behavior, you know? I wonder if Flynn's or Mawika's better for this one, because my Mawika team is like so sus. The problem is I don't know if any of my characters have their burst. Why don't you use Rosario? Have you ever tried using C0 Rosario with Mawika? I feel like that's something you wouldn't ask if you had. Whatever. We don't need Eonson burst. No, you can't do this to me. Is Nefer Premium sufficient to survive the Lunar Shell content? Oh, it's more than sufficient. As long as there's only one Lunar Shell at a time. My bad, I was wrong. I said, have you ever played Mawika with C0 Rosaria? Have you ever played Mawika with C-1 Rosaria? Because that's the constellation I have on Rosaria right now. You guys think there's ever a world where I can, like... Yeah. Yeah, there is. Because, like, what else am I going to be spending my resin on? Mora. I should just do ley lines. I don't want to, though. They're cringe and boring. There's no variance. You always get 60,000 Mora. Do XP books? Ooh, we fixed the problem. Because those have variance, technically. You can get 4 or 5. Can you clear Phyllis with the Gene Cheese this Sigin? No. My Mawika team is still a little cooked, honestly. There's Overload, Dire, Mawika clears on Baptist. Okay, sure, and... what exactly do you think my team should be for Overload Mawika? You need to realize that my gear is still not very good on Flins. I'm pretty sure my Flins can't clear Dire Gravity Boss. Maybe I can do it with some weird, finicky Flynn stuff with, like, Tifnutty. I mean, you know what? Maybe we just fucking give it a shot. Maybe that's what we do today instead of the event. Fuck the event. All my homies hate the event. Here's the problem, though. If I do manage to do it, it means I'm gonna have to clear the bat with C0 Gene. I don't know about that. Sack didn't proc, Fab didn't proc, that's a reset. Okay, that's not that difficult, actually. We can definitely do this. Singto. I don't think Singto's very good here. Because with the optimized combos, you don't actually proc his attack. Mona, Sucrose, Yansan would work. That team is fake, though. Vivi instead of Bennett. Have fun procking Vivi with Mawika Solo Pyro. I think it's just Sucrose. Well, Fab is allergic to procking. I have 40% crit rate, by the way. I have yet to crit. I have 40% crit. I have 40% crit. This might be doable, but my energy is like so cooked. Loki, you can brute force it with Malkaya. Honestly, you're probably right. And then comes the next problem. Kaya now needs to have enough ER, but I don't have Fab. I think Sucrose is better. Didn't vape? We did vape. It just doesn't do any fucking damage. Because we have no shred. Maybe Singto instead of Bennett? Then how do I proc the VV? Like, this is the team. Stop giving stupid ideas that are just way worse than this, okay? What the fuck? Did I not? Do I also need to get a fucking... Oh, fuck me, man. Okay, fuck you. This game sucks ass. Can I not have, like, one more energy on Eon-san, please? Fuck this game, man. No! Why can't I just have one more energy recharge on this fucking stupid-ass character? Ah! Yeah, I think we should use Singto instead of Ino. That's true. No, I can't. I have Sack on Bennett, so I can't. Yeah, okay. We gotta go back to Ino then. Oh my god, I did it too. Actually, I know what I want to do. Oh, I fucked it up. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it so that the first shield breaks 4 seconds after I've used my skill on Flynn's, so that I can use mini burst and then second skill and mini burst and get all of that damage out, like in between the first and second shield. I don't think we get there here. No. We're getting really close though. So I think we just do the Tichnari burst earlier on the Hydro phase. I think that's what we're missing right now. Yeah. Yep, we're good. but honestly, I should not have done this, cause like now is the real problem. Do you have C1 Gene? No. I'll look at how people do it to try to like make sure that I'm doing it right. Oh. Okay, that's Venti. That's fake as fuck. They pretty much starts going back up relatively slowly. Yeah, okay. So they go up relatively slowly until they're way high up. And then they flick down. Okay, it kind of looks like the thing is helping, because that kind of looked better. Oops, no one saw that. Bro, okay. How are they lifting him so much higher up than I do? This is kind of pissing me off, actually. C1, but it says C0 in the title. You guys think they're just lying? Higher friendship on Gene, perhaps? Actually, that might be true. I did it too late again. That's not good. Gene thing is easy to get into your muscle memory. I'm actually really annoyed because, like, I'm pretty sure the large majority of the people that are saying the Gene thing is easier are talking about C1 Gene. And they don't even fucking realize they're talking about C1 Gene. Nope, don't say nope as if you not talking about C1 Gene changed the fact that the large majority of the people who are talking about it are not. Or are. Like, but I guess, yeah, you want Amber's foot on, like, on the edge of the outer circle. Baron Bunny fell. Fucking stupid, What am I doing? That's not, that was way, that's, no, don't you dare. Baron, no, Baron Bunny! If I'm gonna be doing this, I need to increase my sensitivity. But I can't access my settings without fucking randomizing the arena again. Ah! Stupid fucking dog shit UI! It doesn't go up as fast as it does in the video, man! What am I supposed to do? What am I doing wrong? Did I get clickbaited by a fake video that's using C1 Gene? Isn't just DMC Amber easier? Is it? I don't fucking know! I can't do either! The next person to just say, hey, have you tried the other thing that you're not able to do? Ah! But people keep asking, oh, can you do this on high ping every single time? And like... Everyone shut the fuck up. Everyone shut the fuck up. That was too far, I think. Never mind. Holy shit, we did it! We cleared Fearless on the J account, and we didn't even need 2 teams. Or 3 teams. Wait! Now try Dire. Yeah, no. Give GeoMZ his C6 as a treat. Or should we leave it unlocked? I'll leave it unlocked for now. I think I'll be a good boy. You know what? I'll re-roll it now, and if it rolls like shit, I'll use the guarantee on it. I'm pretty sure it's an upgrade, actually. Because I'm overcapped on crit with this one. This was a mistake. I should have kept the old one.